Hey, my name is Tim and I'm the youth pastor here at Bethany, and I'm figuring that you're clicking on this video on the websites because you want to know more information about what's going on with middle school and high schoolers here at the church. So I want to give you some 4 principles that we kind of base our ministry on, kind of a framework to kind of give you a flavor of what we're about, all right? The first one is that we want the have-tos to want to come, all right? The have-tos to want to. All right, that means when students walk through the door, it's not usually their decision, if ever it's their decision. Somebody else wants them to come. All right, and I know when somebody else wants me to do something, I already have a bad attitude. So we have to realize that we're fighting an uphill battle right off the start. So we want to make sure there's some fun going on, some joy being felt. We want some interaction with the different students going on because we want relationships to be built. But we also want to put truth out on the table for them to kind of chew on, poke at, question, throw it around a little bit to kind of see if it holds up, all right? Because when they leave, I want them to fill their pockets with a couple snacks, but I also want them to fill their pockets with some truths to kind of test out, to kind of, give a test run like a new pair of shoes. See how they really feel when you run through the parking lot kind of thing. So, because if it tastes good, they're going to want to come back. All right, that's kind of the setup. It doesn't happen quick, but that's kind of what our goal is here, to make the have-tos want to. I have seen it happen where students wake their parents up because they don't want to miss church. It's holy ground. I take my shoes off, but I've seen it happen before. The second principle is the biblical foundation. I know I was talking about being exciting and fun, and biblical foundation doesn't sound that, but what do I mean by that is we just want to make sure your student knows the Bible and the basics, all right? I know the churches teach series now, but we just want to do a gospel. Every year we do one of the gospels. We want to take a letter from the New Testament every year. We want to do something from the Old Testament every year, just so they have a good, solid base. I want them to kind of know that the Sermon on the Mount is found in Matthew. All right, I want them to know what it was like to be Jesus' half-brother and hear from James and what he has to say and being blown and tossed by the wind of the sea and the waves, right? I can relate to that. I also want to know what Daniel was thinking about when he went into the lion's den. Like, how did he do that, right? And what was his reaction when he came out? Like, just let's interact with those kind of things. I would love for them down the road to go, yeah, I've talked about that. Oh, I've heard that before. You know what I mean? Oh, I've read that. Do you know what I mean? I've seen that before, right? Those are the kind of things that we want to do. So that's the second principle, the biblical foundation. The third one is kind of tough to hear as a parent, but it's not my responsibility, your child's spiritual well-being, all right? I do not own that, all right? The Bible is pretty clear. It says, parents, bring your children up in the training and instruction of the Lord. That's a parent. I'm a parent. I realize it's a heavy mantle to bear, all right? But I want to come alongside you as a ministry and set you up, all right? Kind of think volleyball. I want to set you up, all right? I want to say stuff like, you should talk to your parents about this one, or I think this would be a great family conversation to have. The next time you're in Chick-fil-A drive-thru, not today because it's closed because it's a Sunday, right? But the next time you're in a drive-thru, why don't you talk to your parents about it and see what they think about this one, all right? I'm going to be with your kid less than an hour a week. You're going to be with them a lot. In fact, you're going to be with them a lot, right? So I just kind of want to set you up. And if you can get to that place, your relationship can get to the place where you can talk about spiritual stuff, real stuff that matters, life matters kind of stuff. That's going to set you up in the long run. And that's what I want to do. That's what we want to do as a ministry team, all right? The last principle that we want to bring up is more of a lens that we look through around here, and that is the lens of mental health, all right? And I know that this generation is facing a crisis. The world is a shaky place right now. The stuff that is being thrown at the kids, where is there a solid ground for them to stand on? And I kind of want to set that up a little bit for them, and every time we talk, we kind of think about how does this help, how does this apply, how does mental health interact here, because I just think that God has a lot to say. Jesus does not want to leave us hanging, all right? He tells us that he wants us to cast our cares on him. So one of the things that we want students to do, and I want to encourage them, is to pray more. I really believe that people that pray more have a better mental health because they learn to cast their cares on them and the worries on them, all right? So that's number one. Number two, I want more truth, a solid foundation. This world is a shaky place. What is truth, as Pilate said, right? There are things on this channel saying this, on this channel saying this. What is solid? I just saw this, live reel, and it was saying this. There is so much being thrown at. What is solid ground? And Jesus says he picks us up out of the pit and he puts our feet on the rock, all right? And I believe that to be him, and that is truth. And he came to testify to the truth, it says. And I really believe that that'll help to firm up the foundation. And more truth, more prayer, better mental health. That's kind of what I'm banking on. Not improve everything, but that's just some encouragement that we kind of base and we kind of look at regularly around here in the chapel basement. If you have any other questions, again, my name is Tim and I would love to answer them. If you want to email me at this email, timjones@bethanyum.org. We can get the ball rolling. We could text, I can call you. We could even meet at Starbucks. Whatever I can do to help you and your family and answer any questions you might have, I would love to do that. So go ahead and reach out to me. Thanks for watching.